When Leah was 3.5, almost 4, she would run fevers, have some aches and pains. Took her to the doctor a few times, and they kept saying it was just viral, and that went on for a good 2 months. And after that, they did some testing. We were on our way to Disney, and they said, go ahead, do Disney. Everything came back normal. And when we were in Disney, she basically stopped walking because of all the leukemia that ended up being up in her, in her blood.
Having cancer was really scary. I was really little, so I wasn't really sure or aware of what was going on. I just knew that I had cancer, and I didn't know what really could have happened.
One day she's running around like a normal kid, and the next day she's diagnosed and she's under needles and getting different chemo treatments and things like that.
Her attitude must have gotten her through because she just was never crying. She was always happy. She was that kid that was always smiling, and even though she had so much going on, it's like you would never know. So it was definitely hard to see, but her positive energy made it all a little better for us.
When I was sick, I was in preschool and pre-K, and it was definitely difficult for me because I was going through chemo at the time and I had no hair, and that was hard, and obviously it made me stand out to other people.
It was heartbreaking to see such a child have to go through with all the needles and all the doctors constantly picking at her and doing all these different things, all these different tests. It was hard to watch.
My mom, she was everywhere with me. She was at every doctor's appointment. She slept at my bedside when I was in the hospital. She always was there for me. And my dad and my sister too, and they all did a tremendous job just helping me.
Leah today is very positive and optimistic. She's very funny, she's entertaining, and like I said, she's so positive and optimistic about everything. She has the biggest heart out of anyone I know. She is always there for me. She's always there for other people. She puts herself last and puts everybody else before her. So she's just a person that you would want to be friends with, and I'm lucky enough to call her my sister.
Everything that she went through, although it was traumatic and turmoil and unbelievably, heartbreaking and devastating, today she is the person she is because of it. She has become such a strong individual.
Having cancer definitely really changed my life. Even though it was such a devastating time in my life and my family's life, I think that something good actually came out of it, and my family is the way we are today because of it. I believe that in every bad, a good comes out, and I think that even though that it was incredibly hard for my family, that we made it through and it made us stronger, and we think we really realized that how important life is and how quickly your life could change. After I was cured, I would still have to go to the doctor's appointments often, and all growing up and even still now I go yearly.
She's come a long way. I think it's 9 years that she's cancer free, and she's got a positive outlook on life, and I hope she continues to have that outlook. This was just what I look at as a little stumbling block in the road of her life, and we're thankful that it was early on and that she was that young that she was able to deal with it.
My life now is awesome. I am just so happy to be here, and I just am so beyond fortunate to be healthy now and be able to do sports and be able to do well in school and be able to hang out with my friends or spend time with my family. And having cancer definitely put an impact on my life and really showed me what was important.
Leah is great. I'm so proud of her. She's my hero. Even though she's my younger sister, I pretty much look up to her because she's been through so much and she's gone through so much, and she really is so strong, and I'm so happy to see that she's so involved in sports and she's doing really well in school, and she's involved in lots of activities. She does a lot of volunteer work. So it's just great to see how she's grown as a person, and that she's grown up into a beautiful person who has such a big heart She's beautiful inside and out, and I'm just so happy for the person that she is now.
My social worker's name was Nancy, and basically what she did was she would come to all my surgeries or my doctor's appointments with me, and she would just help me and make things so much more easier and enjoyable for me. And she was also there to help my family, like my mom, my dad, and my sister. And she just made the whole process easier. And I think she made such a huge impact on our life, and things would be totally different today if she wasn't helping us. And she is the reason that I want to be a social worker when I am older.
Social worker is definitely something that is after her ambitions to see her career later on in life. And I think she'll do really well. Just there's times when children just flock to her and they just see a special heart person, whatever, but it's a gift that she has. And if cancer had to come in our life to make her the person she is today, then we're all blessed.